Attention, 49ers faithful. Big news is shaking up the NFC West as a familiar face has left the division, and it could impact our beloved team in a major way. With a high-profile quarterback on the move, the stakes have never been higher. We'll see. This change the balance of power in the division. Stick around as we dive deep into what this trade means for our San Francisco 49ers and how it could shape our future. The recent trade of Geno Smith from the Seahawks to the Raiders has sent shockwaves through the NFL. And as a die-hard San Francisco 49ers fan, I can't help but feel a mix of emotions about what this means for our team moving forward. Let's break it down. First off, let's acknowledge the reality. Geno Smith has not been able to handle the 49ers. A career record of 1-5 against us, including a playoff loss, speaks volumes. This trade means the Seahawks are likely looking to improve their quarterback situation, potentially bringing in someone who can better challenge us on the field. If they manage to land a solid replacement like Sam Darnold, or even draft a promising rookie, they could become a tougher opponent next season. This is not the kind of news we want to hear as 49ers fans. Now, let's talk about the financial implications of Smith's extension. Reports suggest that Smith is pushing for a deal worth between $40 million and $45 million per season. The Raiders seem willing to meet that demand, which raises a critical question. How will this impact Brock Purdy? If Smith gets that kind of payday, you can bet Purdy will want at least $50 million per season for his next deal. The 49ers' initial offer, hovering around $45 million, could quickly become outdated. This situation could be a double-edged sword for us. Should the 49ers find themselves priced out of the quarterback market, we may have to consider some drastic options. Imagine this: trading Purdy or even signing a veteran like Aaron Rodgers. The thought of moving on from a young talent who showed so much promise last season is gut-wrenching, but we need to be realistic about the financial landscape of the NFL. Are we willing to pay a quarterback top dollar when we have so many other needs to address on the roster? Honestly, I'm torn. The quarterback market is going to be incredibly dynamic this offseason, and the decisions we make could define our future. If the 49ers don't act wisely, we risk losing our competitive edge. Can we really afford to gamble on a quarterback situation that could become chaotic? Or do we double down on Purdy, hoping he can replicate the magic he brought to the field last season? I want to hear your thoughts on this. Do you think this was the best decision for the Seahawks? Will their move to trade Smith actually bolster their chances against us? And you, what do you think? I want to hear your opinions down below. As always, let's remember that every decision we make now will ripple through the entire season. The 49ers need to navigate these waters carefully. The stakes are high and the pressure is mounting. Elijah Moore is the free agency dart throw the 49ers should seriously consider taking. With the recent changes in the roster, particularly the trade of Deebo Samuel, it's clear the 49ers are facing some significant challenges. Samuel's departure not only leaves a gap in our wide receiver depth, but also complicates our financial situation, especially with Brandon Ayuk's status uncertain for the start of the 2025 season. We've got holes to fill, and it looks like the front office isn't keen on breaking the bank to do it. Now I know what you're thinking. Why are we even discussing a player like Moore? Well, let's break it down. Moore entered the league as a highly touted second-round pick for the New York Jets, and his skill set was pegged as a perfect match for what Kyle Shanahan loves to do with his offense. Despite his struggles in Cleveland and a lack of production, over the last couple of seasons, Moore is still only 24 years old and has so much room to grow. With just over 2,162 receiving yards in 4 seasons, that number doesn't jump off the page. But there's a reason to believe in his potential. His advanced metrics may not scream star, but there's a silver lining here. Moore was tied for 5th in average separation among wide receivers in 2023, 3.7 yards, showing he knows how to get open. If you look closely at his route running, you see a player who can thrive in Shanahan's system. The ability to create space is crucial, especially when defenses are increasingly leaning towards man coverage. And let's not forget, his route running on comebacks, curls, and out routes is something that can elevate the 49ers' passing attack. Watching tape from last season, you can see those flashes of brilliance. Take a look at how he navigates through zone coverage, breaking off routes at just the right depth to find that sweet spot in the defense. Imagine what he could do in a 49ers uniform, with the right quarterback delivering the ball. There's an undeniable chemistry that could form, especially considering how Shanahan's offense thrives on timing and precision. But let's be honest here. There are questions. Can Moore handle press coverage at 5'10 and 180 pounds? Why hasn't he been more productive? Was it just a bad situation in Cleveland? Thankfully, we have Robert Saleh, who can shed some light on Moore's time with the Jets. If there's anyone who can help us gauge his potential, it's him. So should the 49ers take a chance on Moore instead of going after aging stars like Davante Adams or Tyler Lockett? I think it's worth serious consideration. Moore represents a low-risk, high-reward opportunity. He's young, he fits the system, and most importantly, he could free up cap space for the 49ers to address other crucial positions, especially on defense. We need to bolster our roster without sacrificing our financial flexibility, and signing Moore could be the answer, but I want to hear from you, Niners faithful. Do you think this was the best decision? Honestly, I'm torn. On one hand, I see the potential and the upside. On the other, I'm cautious about relying on a player who hasn't fully realized his talent yet. And you, what do you think? I want to hear your opinions down below. Let's get the conversation going. Do you believe Elijah Moore could become a key part of our offense, or are you skeptical about his fit? Whatever your take, don't hold back. And as always, don't forget to like this video, share it with your fellow 49ers fans, and subscribe to the channel for all the latest updates. Activate that notification bell so you never miss a beat. Let's keep this community strong as we gear up for what promises to be an exciting season ahead.